Hi, I'm Robbie Fox, and today I'll be blind ranking some of my favorite albums. Oh, what an album to start with. It's gonna be hard not to put this number one right away. This is 21st Century Breakdown by Green Day, the follow-up to American Idiot. American Idiot and Dookie, two of the most iconic albums of all time, especially in the genre, but this is my favorite, the one that came after him, 21st Century Breakdown. It, like American Idiot, kind of is a rock opera. It has a story that goes throughout it. It's long. It's got a lot of variety on it. You've got a song like Peacemaker, which is like a crazy Latin-influenced drum song. Then you've got a song like Before the Lobotomy, which is crazy. Last Night on Earth was my brother's first dance song at his wedding, because it's just like the most beautiful love song of all time. And I saw Green Day on this tour. One of my first concerts at Madison Square Garden. They played for 3 hours. Still to this day, probably a top 3 concert I've ever been to in my entire life. Oh God. I owned 2 CDs of this as well, because the first CD I got on opening day at Best Buy, I played so many times that it was just scratched to hell, and I couldn't listen to it any longer. I'm gonna throw this number 2 right away, because this is one of my favorite albums of all time, but I wanna save the 1 spot just in case something crazy comes up. But I go back to this literally every single summer. This is like a good weather album for me. When the weather starts getting nice, I'll throw this on, and I might even shed a tear to 21 Guns. I don't like doing blind rankings, by the way. I know they're a very popular thing, and I love watching them on Instagram, on YouTube. I love watching blind rankings, but I feel so much pressure by the blindness. How Matt Murdock feels, I'm sure. It makes me a little uneasy. So I'm gonna put that there, but at the end of this, I'll tell you what the real rankings could be. Alanis Morrisette, Jagged Little Pill. Arguably the greatest debut album of all time, definitely by a solo artist, and an album that almost didn't happen. She famously got robbed at gunpoint, I think when she was like 18 or 19 years old, for the bag that she had on, I think on her way to the studio. And she gave that bag up. That bag featured all of the lyrics and demos for Jagged Little Pill. Thankfully though, she went into the studio and re-recorded everything, and we got this album that holds up to this day. I think it's one of the top selling albums of all time, especially debut albums. And you might say, Robbie, you're a rock and roll guy, you're a pop punk guy, what's up with the Alanis Morissette? It's like Rain on Your Wedding Day. This is a rock album. There's a reason why when she put the band together, she got Taylor Hawkins as her drummer. There's a reason why Flea is playing bass on You Ought to Know and Dave Navarro is playing guitar on it. It is a straight up rock and roll album. The live videos from this era, she's just wailing, the stage presence, running back and forth, the hair waving each way. I saw her twice. We got to play a festival, Pup Punk played a festival called Ocean's Calling, where Alanis was the headliner of the first night. Blew me away, and then I went to see her just on a regular Alanis tour. She still has it, she still has an amazing voice. This album has Hand in Your Pocket on it. It's got Ironic on it. It's got You Live, You Learn on it, but it's also got Not the Doctor on it. And you just go through the list. I mean, Mary Jane, Not the Doctor, Wake Up is so good, You Learn is so good, All I Really Want is an amazing way to open the album. The guitar tones, the harmonica. Oh, Jagged Little Pill, where am I putting this, Alanis? I'm gonna put it 4. As much as I love this album, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of heavy hitters coming. It's already off to 2 heavy hitters, so I'm gonna leave this at 4, okay? That's 5. I'm not good at math,
Want to leave it at 5?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant, but the math, you know, it's an issue. Okay, this is why you gotta save some things. What's the Story, Morning Glory by Oasis. What is there to say about What's the Story, Morning Glory that hasn't already been said? This is an album that, I'm talking about the hits on Jagged Little Pill. You've got Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, and Champagne Supernova on the same album, not including Cast No Shadow, not including Morning Glory, the title track of the song. An era where Noel Gallagher could not miss. You listen to the B-sides from this album. Every B-side, Acquiesce is a B-side to this album. Like, that's insane. He could not miss in the 90s especially, but this is, I want to say this is the Oasis masterpiece. Definitely Maybe is up there as well. I go back and forth. I have my Definitely Maybe days. I have my What's the Story, Morning Glory days. But this is the complete, if I'm recommending Oasis to someone that isn't an Oasis fan, you know there's a hit for them on this. Whether it be Wonderwall, whether it be Don't Look Back in Anger, whether it be Champagne Supernova, or maybe it's something else. Maybe you're like, I'm a huge Beatles fan and I love She's Electric because they use the While My Guitar Gently Weeps melody in that one. It's just perfect. I've gone to Berwick Street twice. I've recreated the cover of this one. What's the Story, Morning Glory? I don't think it's gonna get better than this. I think I'm throwing it number one. I think this is gonna be my number one slot. I'm gonna be pissed if it gets better than that. Right now, that's number one. Come on, it's Oasis. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. This is my favorite hip hop album of all time. I'm wearing the Knicks shirt. The Wu-Tang Clan turned everything around for the Knicks. This was, my brother got me into Enter the Wu-Tang probably freshman year of high school, I wanna say. And he might have regretted that because it was definitely an angsty time for little Bob Fox. I listened to this on the way to a roller hockey game where I got into a fight and got suspended for 4 games because I wound up fighting a kid. We're in a no fighting league and then shoving the ref on his ass when he tried to pull me off. People don't expect that from me, but I was definitely the enforcer of the team. But this is a perfect album for me. Bring the Ruckus, kicking it off. You've got Cream, you've got, I mean, come on. The Mystery of the Chess Box, and you've got Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. Tears is so good. Can It All Be So Simple is one of the best. Protect Your Neck. The skits on this, crazy. They get real violent, real like almost terrifying. If Mama Fox overheard me listening to Enter the Wu-Tang, she would probably be really concerned. Iconic cover as well. Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Deck, the RZA, the Jizza, Method Man. It's the best. I'm gonna put this 6. As much as I love it, it's you know, it's me getting out there genre-wise. Usually I stick to something like this. But if I'm looking for hip-hop, it's always, and I mean always, the first album that I go to, 100% of the time. Nick, you're doing it to me right now. Kiss Destroyer. I think this is probably the original Kiss album. Is up there, but this is most Kiss fans' favorite record, I would say. It's the epitome of the giant Bob Rock sound. I think this was Bob Rock produced, I'm almost positive. Produced by Bob Ezrin, excuse me. Bob Rock is Motley Crue. I'm confusing that back and forth. But you've got Detroit Rock City kicking this off, and a long intro to Detroit Rock City. You hear someone getting in the car, turning the keys on, and you're kind of like, what's going on? It brings you into that cinematic zone. Then it kicks into the song that is my stereo tester. Whenever I get a new surround sound system, a speaker system, anything like that, I'm like, headphones even, let me throw on Detroit Rock City and see how it sounds. Because if it sounds huge, I know it's worthy of, you know, whatever I just bought. This is, the cover is one of the greatest covers, I think, in music history as well. And part of the reason why I got into Kiss as a little kid. This is larger than life. They look like superheroes there. This is the resurrected version, which I believe is a remaster of it. Limited edition color vinyl. I love that as well. King of the Nighttime World, God of Thunder, Flamin' Youth, Shout It Out Loud. Beth, Kiss's highest charting song of all time, is Beth, a song that Peter Criss, the drummer, sings. And it's a ballad. It's like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm out with the boys at the studio right now. I'll be home soon song. It's a little bit of everything. It's the best version of Kiss probably. And it's probably going to take the number 3 spot for me. Because this was also one of the first albums that I ever had and listened to and ran into the ground. I had Kiss action figures and I would cut up with my brother construction paper into 1,000,000 pieces of confetti. And we would put this on, and then I'd play with my Kiss action figures as the songs were on. At the end of the show, I would have the confetti coming down. It was good stuff. And then the final one, what's gonna take the 4 spot for me here? Oh, the Beatles, the White Album. Probably my favorite Beatles album, and I know with Beatles albums, it kinda depends on the day. I think I'm not the only Beatles fan that would say that. Some days I have Abbey Road days, some days I have Rubber Soul days, some days I have White Album days. But the White Album for me has the most of everything that I look for out of the Beatles. Dear Prudence might be my favorite Beatles song. It's either that or I Want You, She's So Heavy. Glass Onion right after it is so amazing. You've got Back in the USSR on this one. You've got While My Guitar Gently Weeps, a song that I mentioned when talking about Oasis. It's just, I mean, it's also got Revolution number 9, which I don't think most Beatles fans love that one. It's definitely the redheaded stepchild of all Beatles songs. But it's the Beatles, man. Like this album, The entire thing. Does it have the track? It doesn't have the track list on the back. Of course it doesn't. But it's so iconic that they said we're going with just white. They had a cover. There's a cover out there. I think it was gonna be called something Dollhouse, and it was a weird, creepy, almost like porcelain doll cover with the Beatles on it. This is much more iconic. You just put the little imprint, the Beatles, on there. And do I feel good about this ranking? If I'm putting this, slotting this in for 4, if I'm looking at this, you know what? I feel good about this ranking. I didn't think I was gonna. That's why I don't like blind rankings. I was afraid that I would mess this up. I don't think I would re-rank this. If I had the ability to right now, I think that's probably the order I would go with. You could make an argument for the White Album should be higher, for sure. But I feel like the Beatles I love as a band, and I love all of their work. Not that that's not to be said about these two, but I specifically really love 21st Century Breakdown. Really love Destroyer. I think I'm okay with this. Maybe Destroyer and the White Album would get swapped. No, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this. This is my rankings right here. I like it, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm Robbie Fox. Check me out on My Mom's Basement.
Thanks for watching Blind Rankings. Make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment who you want to see rank their favorite albums next.